speaking of Bill Cosby's condition in prison, someone is concerned, even if his publicists aren't. That person is O.J. Simpson. We've got this video you're going to see of O.J. He was wrapping up a round of golf. That's what O.J. does these days. But as someone who's spent 9 years in prison, he has an interesting perspective on what Bill Cosby is now facing. Here's what O.J. said.
O.J., how do you feel about the Bill Cosby sentencing?
Well, sentencing, I don't know. I don't know anything about the case. I didn't follow it, but
you got any?
I always feel you got to honor the jury verdict, whatever that is.
Any advice for him, like behind bars?
Well, if he goes to prison, I'm sure that we guys protect him, but they're going to have to put him in protective custody because it takes one nut, you know. The problem is the nature of the crime. You know, rape is frowned upon in prison, and but with his health and his age and the nature of the crime, there's not a warden in this country want the responsibility of having Bill Cosby. I think they should let him do his time under house arrest.
Yeah, I mean, listen, when anything in pop culture happens, I always wonder to myself, what does O.J. Simpson think about this?
Well, this one, it actually
is because
relevant.
he's been there. He's been inside before, so he knows a little bit about that. So he's seen guys and stuff like that. Listen, I thought that there'd be a lot of complications for Cosby inside of prison, some that just had to do with his celebrity. I actually hadn't even thought about the fact that he'll be a target inside, man, but the dude is old. He's kind of feeble at this point. I don't think Bill Cosby's going to last very long inside, man.
It is going to be difficult for him. It's interesting that O.J. said that with the nature of the crime, he should have served house arrest.
I think what he's saying is that it's dangerous to be in a prison when you're convicted of a sex offense like this.
Yeah, that the guys target these guys specifically. We've heard that before, right? We talked about it this morning.
I always thought it was just for child molesters. But
you didn't say it's not specifically for rapists. You didn't say.
That's what I thought, but believe me, I'll take O.J. on life in prison. I'll take O.J. at his word.